do an update on my van build. A couple things have changed. One is the bed. The one I had before was only like 65 inches long, which I'm 5 foot, about 5'6". So I don't know, it just wasn't working, and I needed something thicker because my back hurts constantly. I mean, I'm in constant pain. So many, there's so many drugs you can take. So I got a thicker mattress and I got a piece of memory foam on top. So it's a total of about 8 inches thick now. It was one of those trifold mattresses, which I'll try to remember and link it in the description. But it's up there now. You can see how thick it is. I laid on it and it felt so good. Felt better than the bed I have inside. And because it was longer, I had to rearrange my ice box and my place in case there's something happens at night, One, not number one, but number two, because I do have a bowel problem. So I rearranged that. And behind the ice box, I've got my solar panels and my batteries, my EcoFlows, will sit in front of the ice box. And then the big table is if I need to cook in here, if it's bad out, I can pull my rug back because I don't want to get nothing on it. Pull the rug back and I can set it up and cook right here. Now here is my, trying to think what I want to call this. It's kind of like your kitchen cabinets where you got your plates and stuff. So I put up some new little towels on there. Just things that kind of mean a lot to me. What they say, I love spring. And everybody wants to enjoy their life or their journey or whatever. And then of course, Happy and Free. I've had that one for a while. This one came from a resale shop here in Warrenton, Missouri. But I cleared this out and kind of rearranged it too. Got rid of some stuff, took it inside that I didn't need, that if I have a yard sale, I'm gonna sell stuff on there. And just things like paper straws, because I don't want to throw any plastic. I know that's silly, but I use reusable cups most of the time. But that got straightened out. It looks totally different now. Let's just go around here. This is all the same, this right here. I do have more space underneath. I got my stove. That goes with the potty thing. I got my cubes with my tools and popcorn popper and stuff like that in there. Now, there's not a ton of room in there. I haven't measured it, but I'm guessing it's about, I guess I could measure it and put it in there, but I think it's about maybe 2.5 feet. And I put that board on the back, which I haven't put what I use for the paint on all this. It looks like a stain. It's not. It's, gosh, I can't think of the name of the company, but it's dark brown paint that all I did was paint it on and wipe it off. And I need to do that board right there. The board is holding all that stuff in, like that bag, so it doesn't slide out. My stove, because my stove is constantly moving around. So, and then I got the bungee straps on there with the cubes. And we're gonna move to the back. Other than that, if y'all need something to sweep out your vans, I got this from Harbor Freight for $2.50. Right now they're down to, well, $2.47, I think. Because we were just in there last night and I was thinking my husband needed one for his truck because his truck gets messy. This thing is so good. I don't know. It was the best $2.50 I ever spent. I'll just stick it down in my trash can for now. But I got this on here just to hold things like to start a campfire, ice scraper, trash bags, that kind of stuff. And here's some Febreze. And this has to be moved, but this is my all-purpose cleaner I got from Dollar Tree. It smells really good. I just wiped the floor up with it, and it smelled really, really, really good. But we're going to move to the, well, before I do move to the back, the unit that I put in here came from Big Lots before they sold out. And I think I paid $49 for it maybe. And we put it up, and I'll show you the cubes on the other side. They're similar to the blue ones, but they're not blue. And everything, my tables fit in there. My camp chair fits in there. And it's sturdy. I mean, it's not coming out. Now, I do have to move these paper towels when I want to get the chair out. But this will hold the chair in if something would happen, thank God. But yeah, that worked out real well. I do have a little, with my windows, they do have shades on them, but I'm thinking I want to put up some kind of a curtain on there so I can pull the shade up and have a little bit of light coming through during the day, and then put the shades down at night. But that's kind of what that's looking like right now. Other than that, you've seen my decorations, my florals and things. So we're going to stop it here, and I'm going to take you around the back to show you what I did back there that has changed. Okay, what has changed back here? This cart. I carry a lot of things, like we got pest spray, got some grill cleaner, alcohol for my alcohol stove, some laundry stuff, my knives. This is an actual stove I've got to try out. It's from Japan or China. It's a Chinese stove. It's butane. So I got to try that out. But on the bottom, you see I got bungee straps and fuel and more bug repellent and bug spray. And I got a car jumper. I got a thing to air up your tires. I got a fishing pole in there. Now this thing is a lot thicker, and believe it or not, you can see down there how it's hanging over. The door shuts up against it. Nothing's coming out of there. But to show you, there's my different containers, or I guess, I don't know what you call them. I call them containers, drawer things. They're like the blue ones, but they're a creamy white. The other ones I had in there, they weren't sturdy like these, and these are nice and clean. I am missing one label, but this here looks better. And of course, you've seen this. This is my, which this needs to come off. This is my pantry. I'll give you a little sneak peek of what's in there. I got something upside down. I need to clean this out too a little bit. But pantry, charcoal, which all you gotta do is use a match to light. You could use it for a fire starter in your campfire if you had to. Put a couple pieces in there. Got some oil, and my DeWalt tool set that my son's got me, that I used it yesterday for removing some screws off the bed when I was taking it apart to put a longer platform on it. I did use it, and it's really heavy, but I keep it in here, not because I know how to fix things, but because if I am on the road and gonna fix something and I need help, and people are considerate out there, they'll help you. So I have tools in case need be. But over here, this is the same old stuff. This is just wipes and things that I got. This is to make a canopy over either the side doors or the back doors. Got a filtration system for water. There's a dog tie-out chain in there. There's a tent in behind there, and there's screens that we made. No seam screens we made to go over my windows if I want to put them down and not get anything in them. And this here, I bought this yesterday at Dollar Tree. I got magnets in there. I've got these little hooks because I had a problem with one of them coming out down there where the, God, I can't talk today, down there where they'll screw in things that are holding my bungee straps, one of those came out and I needed to replace it. So I keep extra of those in there. But other than that, that is really the only thing that's changed. I got my backpack down there. There's a cooking set down there that if I had to, I could use it. I really don't need it. I guess I could take it inside and sell it at the garage sale, because I've had it for a couple years and I really haven't used it. But this is about, these are scarves. This one came from my mother-in-law who passed away. And I just wanted to take part of her with me. And I believe this one came from my grandma-in-law. And she talked to me a couple different times about traveling. And the last time I seen her, I kept telling her how I wanted to go to Montana. I wanted to go to South Dakota and everything. And she was sitting there, I believe it was close to her birthday. I think it might have been her birthday, actually. I can't remember exactly. But we were sitting there talking, and she told me, she said, now, Elaine, if you want to do something, you need to go do it, because you're only going to live once, and you're not going to get those days back. They're not coming back. So you need to go do it. She goes, I want you to go. She kept telling me that. I want you to go. I want you to go see what you want to see. I'll never forget her telling me that, because at the time I was really down in the dumps, and she wasn't doing the greatest. You know, she looked fine, but I don't know. Apparently she had a bad heart, because she passed away either that night or a couple nights after. But she was sitting up talking to me, and talked to me like she was speaking to me through God. Because she kept saying, you need to go do what you want to do. You need to go. So that's what the plan is. I'm going to try to go, and I want to take part of her with me and part of my mother-in-law with me. Because that's the only thing I got that was hers. And she didn't know how much she meant to me, but she did. I loved her. And it's hard when people pass on. I don't have anything in here necessarily from my parents, my dad, my mom. All I have is a picture of them. I've got things, so I might have a knife in here from my dad, but there's only nothing from my mom. But anyway, back to this. This is where I'm going to be keeping all my food, my packed meals and rice and stuff like that. It's 3 layers. I think I paid $30 for it. I noticed today that some of the flowers are coming off. I guess I could put some Mod Podge on there. I don't know. I might take them all off. I got some different stickers I could use on that stick better. But yeah, this all can come out so I can get to the jack over there, which I would call AAA to have them if I had a flat anyway. I need to find out. I may not even have a spare tire on here. But, and this is trash right here. I just threw it up here for now. But these little hooks, if you can, these are heavy duty for the screens. But if you can find any of these little hooks, you can hang stuff from them. There's a clothesline, so if I have to wash out something while I'm out in the wilderness, which I plan on trying to be out there as much as possible. And I put this up, and those are the only states I've been to. I did put South Dakota up. I didn't put Wyoming up because I only went to the tip. So this part, here, let me move this out of the way. I only went to this part of Wyoming. I didn't go through any of this. So I was just down here where Devil's Tower is where I went. So this year the plan is to come up through Missouri, up past, is it? Oh, that's Nebraska. This is Wyoming. Right here's where I went in Wyoming. I haven't really been through Nebraska, but the plan is to come up, go through North Dakota and go to Theodore Roosevelt Park. Or I may go this way and go to Wall. There's some good free camping spots that are just beautiful there, depending on the weather. And then go up to Theodore, then cross over. I want to go to there's a cemetery out there from that. I can't even think. I should have wrote all this stuff down. But there's a cemetery out here. It's a national park type thing where I guess it was Buffalo Bill and the Indians got in a huge battle, and the cemetery is out there. And then I plan on going up here and going to Glacier on both sides. But before I go to the west side, I'm going to go up into Canada. I want to go to Jasper National Park and Waterton, and then come back down, and then I want to go to this side of Montana. And I want to come down, and this is where Wyoming may come in. Not sure. Depending on how much time and how much gas money I got left, we're going to go to Wyoming. Probably won't be staying there long. And then I'm either going to head back this way, which I probably will go through Nebraska. I've been through Nebraska, but never really stopped anywhere. May go through there and then back down and back home. So that's kind of the plan. Things can change though. You know how you make plans and things change. It is really all dependent on money. That's the thing. I don't really eat much. And I'm saving, if I go to McDonald's right now and let's say I go get a Happy Meal, because that's usually what I eat, all the points I get, I'm saving those for when I leave for my trip. So if there's a day I don't feel like cooking and I'm driving by a McDonald's, I can use my points to get food and I won't have to actually spend any cash. There's a lot of apps like that. But that is the basic tour of my van. I took off some stickers on the outside because they were considered offensive. And then this I left in here. That's from Amanda. Amanda's channel. I can't think of the name of it right now, but she's got that I'm doing van things, and I just think it's hilarious. And then I got a mermaid on there and some other stickers. I needed to decorate them up, the doors up a little bit, so my husband put the thin plywood on there for me, and then I painted it with the chalk paint. Waverly, that's the name of the paint I use for the wood, Waverly chalk paint. And painted this side too. All the wood that you see in my bed, that was all paint on, wipe off with Waverly. I love that paint. It's the best paint. So let's go up front for a minute and have a talk. I may put myself on screen, but I look pretty bad this morning. All right, before I go to the talking part, I do have a little cooler in here that will go in between here and there that I'm going to keep apples and whatever drink, if I want to drink some smart water or something besides just plain water. That's going to go in there, and it'll go between my seat up there. And it also has cup holders, so if I need to, I got 3 cup holders up there, but they seem to always get occupied by something. So I'm going to keep this in here. I got this for $3. It was brand new, so I had tags on it at a thrift store. Perfect size. If I have to, I can keep napkins or silverware in there. If I got a little salad in there or something that I make, because I got containers so I can make a salad now. Yeah, I can't eat a salad and drive, but I can pull over and I don't have to get out of my van, walk around, open it up for people to look in and wonder what's going on in there. But yeah, that's what's going on with why I have a cooler and a refrigerator. I like the refrigerator, but it chews my battery down to nothing. I mean, in no time, it's at 0. The battery's at 0. It shuts itself off. I don't know what the problem is with it. I've contacted this Bouge RV, and I tell you what, they're the most unhelpful bunch of people I've ever met in my life, and I do not recommend buying one of their ice boxes. When you first start it up, it gets cold fast. I mean, really fast. But then my battery that I had it hooked to, and I was stationary for 4 days, I believe it was. I had my battery plugged in to a socket outside, And then I had, which I shouldn't have done. I probably should have just plugged this one in. I don't know. But then I'm thinking, where is the cord going? I guess it could have came through here and I could have plugged in here. But I have a 1200 watt hour battery. And I plugged it in before when I went on an overnight. And in one night of that being set up into the 40s, I set it up like on 44, which to me, I like my stuff colder than that, but I set it up on 44. It just totally shut down that battery halfway through the night, because you can hear the stuff running. When it's quiet outside, you can actually hear it. Even over my fan, I could hear it. I don't know. I just don't recommend it. The reason why I bought it, I'm sure y'all can guess why just by looking at it. Because it's pink. And then I decorated it, and it looks really pretty, and it looks really cute. But so far, the performance of it, they told me there's a way to put it on low. I haven't figured it out yet. Put it on low voltage or low battery use or something. So before I leave, I've got to do that. I'm not impressed. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not impressed. Everybody raves about them. Oh, they're Bouge RV icebox. Not a fan. I had an Appy Cool. I was a fan. That thing, I just love it. I actually still have it plugged in inside the house. My son uses it actually for his drinks and stuff that he buys. He puts them in there, and it's like his little icebox, anything he buys. So that's just my opinion on it. Y'all may have a different opinion. I'm not crazy about it. That's all I'm going to say at the end of that subject. But anyway, I'm going to stop this again and turn it around, see how bad I look. Okay. I've looked worse on here. My hair, I need a haircut, something terrible. It is driving me crazy. It's just, a haircut here is like $60. I don't have an extra $60 right now, or something like that. 45, 50, something to me too expensive. Because I mean, I usually go in there with clean hair, so it doesn't have to be washed. Because I usually take a shower and everything before I go to get my hair done. And then I get the bill, and then I'm not happy, and it's hard. I've got real fine, thin hair. And it's hard to find somebody to cut this rat's nest, what I call it. But anyway, that's kind of what I've been doing for the last, I know there's a lot of things that I haven't been on here for quite a while. And I'm sorry about that. I haven't felt good. A lot of days I could barely get out of bed. Some of it was depression. I can't remember what it's called. Major depressive disorder, I believe, something like that. Or I don't remember what it's called. I take medication, but that doesn't always mean medication works. See, look at the flyaway. Doesn't mean that the medication always works. And I've been on probably 20 different medications in my lifetime. I'm not sure if it is what's causing the depression. I know right now I'm upset about leaving this little monster. Yeah, that's my little girl. That's my little girl. It's my little girl. Yeah, you can't go with me. I don't know. I'm upset. You want in here? Come on. Come up here with me. Come on. No, come here. No. Shadow, come. Come on. Come sit up here next. The other bags have to go inside. But anyway, I don't know what's causing, a bad light this way too. I don't know what's causing my depression. I don't know what's causing, all the back pain. I don't know what's causing the stomach problems, other than I may not be eating right like I was. I was eating well. And then some things happen, and I haven't been able to really cook or anything. So I got to get back on track, and especially before the trip. And me and Shadow's been walking again, which I huff and puff when I do because I haven't walked for so long because the weather got cold. Today it's going to be in the 60s. Tomorrow it's going to be 74 degrees. And then Saturday it's supposed to be in the 60s. I have the paint to fix the front of my van. I'm hoping my husband has time to do it. I've been waiting weeks to have it done, and I just want to get it done. I just want to get it painted so it's not looking really crappy up there. I'd do it myself if I knew I could. Like yesterday, I took the other platform off the bed. That was easy. It was like 9 square screws, and I could carry it out. And then the board I got cut. I had part of it had to be cut off, so I couldn't do that by myself because I couldn't even lift the saw. I mean, I'm really weak right now. But anyway, I've just been kind of down in the dumps, and probably more than I ever have been. It's been terrible. Basically, I spend most of my time with my dog. Obviously, she's out here with me now again, and she's who I talk to. I know that sounds crazy. God, my hair, just look at look at it. I need a haircut. She's who I talk to. She's who I spend my time with all the time, every day, all day. And she's looking at me right now because I'm talking about her. But then also today is a sad day for me because back in 2011, that may not be the correct year, but it was on this date, February the 26th, that my Yorkie that I feel saved me when I had my stroke. As if y'all don't know, I'm blind in this eye. I can't see. This one has been giving me problems, and I'm getting a tad bit worried about it. Been having problems with it all week. So that's another reason why I want to go on my trip, because I don't want something to happen with my eyes and I can't see what I want to see. And anyway, today's date, 2011, my beautiful little Yorkie, Chloe, she wasn't acting right the night before. Her head was bent to the side, and she just was in bad shape. I didn't know what was going on with her. So I got hold of the vet, and they thought her blood sugar was low because little Yorkies get low blood sugar. So we got her some Karo syrup, and I mixed it with water and gave it to her what I could, which she wouldn't take. Next morning, first thing, I wrapped her. She slept with me all night in a blanket. I wrapped her up in a blanket and took her to the vet's office. And I'm like, well, we're going to keep her and put IV on her. You can go home and we'll just see what happens. Well, when I came back, they're like, nothing showed up on the x-rays. You know, boy, my hair's looking bad. Nothing's showing up on the x-rays, nothing, nothing's going on. And they're like, we can do exploratory surgery. And I thought, well, maybe she's got an intestinal block or something, I fed her good food. I fed her the Royal Canin made for Yorkies. But they're like, let's do this surgery. So they did the surgery and opened her up. It came out to tell me that she had cancer in her stomach, cancer in her liver, and most probably went to her brain. And she wasn't going to make it. She was still under anesthesia at the time. And so I had to make the hardest choice of my life to have her put to sleep without her opening up her eyes and seeing me one last time. And I went back there and I held her or petted her. She was laying on the table. She was so little. She'd only ever weighed no more than 3 pounds her whole life. Beautiful silver hair. She was just beautiful. And my pictures of her are gone off my phone. I don't know where they're at. I don't know. And I don't know how to access the cloud on my phone. I got to figure that out. But anyway, that's beside the point. I was there when they gave her the drugs to put her to sleep. I haven't been the same since, because I got that dog right after she was a puppy. She weighed less than a pound. And I got her when, right the day I came home from the hospital after the eyesight, when they had to do the spinal tap and everything on me. And I held that dog through some times that were really hard for me. As you know, I'm on blood thinners, so I had to take a lot of Warfarin, and I was taking 10 milligrams at the time, maybe more, might have been 12. And my blood got too thin, and I got way too thin to the point they're like, go home, sit, don't move. And I had to take vitamin K, because vitamin K will thicken your blood up, if you don't know that. Like if you eat a lot of green salads, it thickens your blood up. And they don't really know why it got so thin. I know this sun's really bad. I'm gonna switch around this way. It's like, this is a little better. So, the dog was there for me through everything. All the stuff I had to go through. I'd go to the doctor, I'd take her with me, and the doctor, he would be like, let her run up and down the hallway, let her run up and down the hallway. And I had she liked those little ping pong balls, and I'd throw it, and she just chased after me. Everybody loved her. Everybody loved Chloe. And losing her, I felt like I lost part of my heart. I will always feel that way about her. And Shadow's getting old. She's 12, older. And that's one reason I'm having trouble leaving on my trip, because she can't go in national parks, and there's no way she can stay in this little van all day. So I have to leave her at home, and I know she'll be taken care of and everything. But the pain of missing her, I get so attached to my animals, because that's all I feel like. That's all I have. That's who I spend all my time with. And I try to put it in my head, she'll be fine without you. But what if, just like Chloe waking up one day and there she is? I swear I blame it on Roundup, because Roundup was being sprayed around where the weeds are in this yard, and she'd be out here, doing her business. And they go around, they get it on their paws, and then they lick them. And I swear that's who I blame, is Roundup. Don't ever use Roundup. It's killed so many people with cancer. It's not even funny. It's the worst chemical out there, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to causing cancer. Yeah, most chemicals do cause cancer, but Roundup, you just look up Roundup and cancer and see what pops up. I watched a video, I don't know if it was on YouTube or story, that when I used to have cable, that they did, oh, that hand's getting numb, about a little boy down in Mexico somewhere. Whenever he'd go to school, he'd walk through the fields. I don't remember what kind of field it was, what they were planting, but he would walk through there, and it might even have been India, might not have been Mexico. And he'd walk through there every day. Well, that ground had been treated with Roundup, and he got some odd cancer, and that was the only thing they could link it to, was that. I mean, he's like a little boy. He's like 10 or 12 years old, and he wasn't smoking. He wasn't drinking alcohol. All the things that they tell you not to do, because you may end up with cancer. He He didn't do any of those things, you know. Yeah, they were poor, but he walked through those fields. He walked through those fields that were sprayed with Roundup. My thing to you, don't buy Roundup. There's other sprays out there that will kill, that are pet friendly, human friendly, if it gets on your skin. I know a farmer that died, and they think that it might have been from the Roundup. My dad always said Roundup's the worst one out there, and I think he was right. But anyway, today's her death anniversary, and it's been hard, because I can look at her picture and I got her ashes in there. And the thing was, I used to tell her all the time, this was years ago, they were talking 2011. I tell her, I'm like, Chloe, we're going to go to Montana. We're going to go to Montana. And she loved to ride. She would ride. She's little, you know, she could ride. I had the little hook to hook onto her in the seat. So she had a car seat, so she wouldn't go flying if something would happen and I got in an accident. I could hook, the seat belt was hooked to her with the little seat thing. And she loved to ride. She'd lay down in her bed and she'd sit up then sometimes. And she was just a great traveling dog, and small enough that if I had to, I could put her in. I mean, she'd fit down in here perfectly, you know, and I could carry her. But yeah, today's not a good day for me. And you know, I think about that, but I also think, well, one day when I go, I'll see him again. That's what everybody says. I asked the priest about it. Where do the animals go? And he's like, they go to heaven. Animals go to heaven. This is a priest telling me that, which kind of surprised me a little bit, because I've had people tell me that, oh, animals don't go to heaven. Animals don't go to heaven. And yeah, they do. God created them animals. And that's what the priest told me. The priest told me that. God created the animals for one reason. And yeah, they came from the wild, he said, but they were created for companionship for the humans. Because if you know, there's a lot of old people that are inside with their cats and their dogs, and that's all they got. That'll probably be me someday, with just cats and dogs. And he's like, you will meet her again when you go to heaven. That's what he told me. You'll meet her again when you go to heaven. That was a happy day when he told me that, because I had people telling me that they don't go anywhere. They die and go to the ground. Well, no, apparently they don't, because God said that they will be in heaven waiting. And I've got plenty of animals that have passed away, cats, dogs. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've probably had 10 dogs pass away. Some not by choice, of course, some by old age. And then I've had several cats. And everything's pretty much been a rescue except for Chloe. Ruby and Macy were all Yorkies. Those were bought. The other people's dogs were out, so I'm going to get off here anyway. It's been 16 minutes plus the other part. And I just hope you have a happy, healthy day. And if you got pets, give them an extra kiss today, because they deserve it. They don't judge you. They love you. So, peace. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Hopefully I'll go camping Friday night. That's the plan. It'll be 74 degrees. We'll see what happens. Bye.